1992 was the year when I learned all songs by heart from the contest, and one of my favorites was the dark beauty Dafna Dekel with curly hair and a skirt that waved wildly in time to the fast rhythm. Today we're going to find out why she didn't want to win the pre-selection and how she ended up in court against a woman that came second in the national final. My name is Emil Löfström. This is Eurovision Legends. Vetoda rabba Uri Kabiri for helping me with the context to Dafna Dekel. ברוכים הבאים ל-Eurovision Legends ושלום, Dafna Dekel.
Shalom, Emil. How are you?
I'm very good, מצוין.
Oh, I should learn some Swedish words now.
How are you?
I'm fine, you know, considering the crisis that the world is going through now. I'm okay. I'm trying to get as much of it as I can.
Great. Tell me, what is your first memory of the Eurovision Song Contest?
I don't know if I really have a specific memory, but I do remember that we used to sit all the family to watch it together because there was only one channel on TV. And when my parents allowed me to stay up late, we used to sit and watch it together. The streets were very quiet because everybody used to watch it, and it's the atmosphere that I remember less than something specific.
Was 1992 the first time you were asked to compete in the national final KDAM?
Yes, but I wasn't really asked to compete. My manager, my personal manager, Shlomo Zach, he produced many songs for the Eurovision contest. He suggested that we'll send a song to the competition and to the contest, and we sent Zerach Sport. The truth is we sent it 1 year before and it didn't pass the committee.
Was it in the same version?
It was exactly the same version.
Do you think you would have beaten Duodats in 1991?
I don't think so.
Your song in 92, Serak Sport, was written by the two Eurovision winners, Kobe Orshat and Ehud Mano.
Mm-hmm.
Was it specially written for you?
Yeah, it was specially written for me. When Shlomo suggested that we'll send a song, I met with Ehud, and as a matter of fact, I asked him what I want the song to be about, because I wanted the song to be about this competition and how I feel about it, to say something about the contest, to say that it's really only sport and you should treat it like this and put things in proportions, and they wrote it especially for me.
Was this the only song they presented to you for this particular project?
Yeah, it was the only song.
KDAM in 1992 was, in my opinion, extremely strong. Out of the 12 songs, I really like 10 of them. And yes, yours is one of those 10, I can assure. And I think let's listen to some of your competitors.
Great.
We have just heard in order Yaron Adad with the song Zodiac that came 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Irit Anavi with the song Hashed Hakatan Sheli that came 5th. Shalva Berti with the song Mayim came 4th. And Anat Atzmon with the song Hatikva that came 2nd with only 1 point less than you.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you thought was your hardest competitor in KDAM?
I was sure that Yaron Hadad with Zodiac, I was sure that they are going to win. I think the song is great and is a great singer and everything there was. I was sure this one is going to win. And I was quite shocked. You said it came 9?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm still shocked. It should be, if really, I thought it would win or maybe be, on the first 3 or so. But
yeah, I totally agree. I talked to Itzar Cohen in a previous episode, and he said to me that Zodiac with Yaron Hadad is his favorite song from KDAM of all the years.
Yeah, it's a great song and a great singer. And, the song still lives in Israel. Some songs disappear, but this song still lingers on.
Hymnon.
Yeah. Yeah.
With only 1 point over Anat Atzmon.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No, that's new to me.
Okay. With only 1 point, you won over Anat Atzmon, and she only got 1 point more than the third one, who was Ronen Bahunka. So it was a really tough final.
Yeah, it was. I knew that there were many good songs, and I didn't pay attention when they were counting the points. I didn't pay attention. I didn't really know what was going on. For me, I was busy the same day. I was doing theater show, and it was a contest. It was also a contest. It was a monodrama, and I was by myself on stage alone. And I was so excited from this contest, and we won a prize. And when I came to the contest in the evening of the KDAM, I was like, okay, I did my best, and now whatever happens. As a matter of fact, I didn't really want to win. I'm telling you a secret.
Oh. Why?
Because I had a date scheduled for my wedding for the same time the Eurovision had to take place. And Shlomo, my manager, Shlomo Zach, he promised me that this song will not win the Rakspol. He told me it's too complicated, it has too many parts, and it's a great song for my shows, but he told me, I can assure you this song will not win, so you can do the contest here in Israel and you'll have a great song for your shows. But you won't have to go to the Eurovision, because I told him, I'm getting married on May. I had to cancel it, and we got married 1 year later.
And now you're a Eurovision legend.
Yeah.
The team behind Anat Atzmon, who came second, were really upset that your song was longer than the allowed 3 minutes, and even filed a lawsuit.
Yeah, they filed a lawsuit, and I was busy. Instead of practicing my song and getting it, getting ready for the contest, I was busy in going to court, and we had so many witnesses, and it was strange for me. Many people in Israel still remember it until today. So many years after this happened, they still remember it and they still talk about it. And when I met Anat, she told me she regrets they did it, because it's exactly the opposite of what I'm saying in my song, Zach sport. You should be sportive. But they definitely sued me.
But you won, and you shortened the song with 17 seconds and went to Malmo in Sweden.
Yeah.
Tell me, Dafna, what are your memories from Malmo?
When we came there, I thought it was one of the most quiet and peaceful places on the face of the earth. Really, I loved it so much, and the people were very welcoming, and I celebrated my birthday there when we were there. And Ehud Manor and Kobi Oshrat wrote a song especially for my birthday. And in the song, Ehud wrote about Malmo. He wrote how peaceful it is and how quiet it is. And it's like it has another rhythm, this place.
השיר הזה באהבה שלך במתנה איתך בכל מקרה ינוח על זרי דפנה. השיר הזה באהבה שלך במתנה איתך בכל מקרה ינוח על זרי דפנה.
It's a beautiful song, and it's one of the most beautiful presents I got for my birthday from these two. They are legends. They are really legends.
Yeah, they truly are. How was the energy between the delegations in Malmo?
I think we had fun, and the energy was great. It was good. It wasn't like we were. We wanted to compete. Of course, everybody wanted to win, but you couldn't feel it behind stage. Behind stage, everyone were friends. I even had, when we were rehearsing, I had a problem because one of the rehearsals was at the same day that we had here Memorial Day in Israel, where the soldiers who died.
Yom HaZikaron.
Yeah. And at the same day, I had a rehearsal there. And I told everybody that I'm not going to do this rehearsal because I never work on this day. Yeah. So I asked not to do a rehearsal. But, everything is so strict because you have to be on time, and there are so many delegations and so many things to do. So you cannot really do what everybody needs. So you have a schedule that you have to follow so it won't be messy. So they couldn't really agree to the fact that I won't do my rehearsal. The date was scheduled. But then one of the delegations, I think it was Finland or Iceland, I think they agreed to switch with me. And we switched days. Yeah, and we switched days. And this is why I could do 3 rehearsals instead of 2, because if they wouldn't switch with me, they would have canceled my rehearsal and I would stay with 2 rehearsals instead of 3. So the relationships behind stage were great and very friendly.
Did you become friends with anyone from the other delegations?
No, not friends for the long run, you know. We were, I think, with the Spanish delegation, I think we were, as I said, the relationships were warm, but it didn't last. It's not something that lasted after the contest.
Yugoslavia, Ireland, United Kingdom, Italy, and Israel were the front runners to win. If you check the bookmaker's choice.
Okay.
How big was the pressure on you?
I didn't feel any pressure, really, because until today, I don't really pay attention to what people say, to what the press says, to what I'm just doing what I do the best I can, and I try to enjoy what I do. So the pressure wasn't too much. Of course, the thing that you want is really to represent your country through dignity, and that was most important for me, more than winning, and I didn't even know what the newspapers said. I was busy doing the best I can, and the delegation had so much fun. And I think you cannot come with a song that's called "זה רק ספורט," it's only sport, and be pressured or be. I took it really as a sport, as it was written.
Did you have any favorite of the other songs from the other countries?
I had some favorites, but I really knew that Ireland was going to win. I knew it in my body, really. There's, we took some footage behind scenes, like video. You could see me telling the hairdresser, I know who's going to win. Ireland is going to win. She's too good, and the song is too good. And and she was my choice.
You got a 6th place with 85 points. Were you happy with that?
I was quite happy. Everybody wants to win. In Hebrew, you have a say that it says, Rishon zoche, sheni boche, which means the first one is winning, the second one is crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't come first, so if you come second or third, it doesn't matter. The first one is the only winner. So of course you want to win, but 6th place was it was very good.
What happened in your life after Eurovision in 1992?
Wow. I was recognized in Israel before, and I had a career. I had albums. I was in the theater. But when I came back, it was still when we had only one channel in Israel. So there wasn't anyone in Israel who didn't recognize me on the streets. I had so many shows, and I celebrated my career totally. It was an important stage in my career.
In 1998, Dana International won, and I still think this is one of the biggest moments in Eurovision Song Contest history. This is not only a victory for Dana, it was a victory for the LGBT community and for human rights and for Israel. What was your reaction when Israel won with the song Diva?
Wow, I was so happy. As you said, it was such an important winning. Not only because the song was good and Dana was great, but really because of what she represented. And I think it was really one of the most important winnings in the Eurovision Song Contest all over the years. and she knew what to do with it, Dana. She knew how to take it and make much more of it and do the right things with it to raise the issue that she was promoting. She knew how to promote it and to put it in the right places so people will open their eyes and look around and start to accept different people around them. I think it was a very, very important move.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the year after, you were asked to host the contest in Jerusalem with Yigal Ravid and Sigal Shashmon.
Yeah, the process was very long because they wanted to see so many artists in Israel to be sure that they are picking the right ones. So they tested so many people. And for me, I knew that the host has to speak Hebrew, English, and French.
Yes.
And my English was okay. It wasn't, I'm not speaking English as a mother tongue, And I said, and French was, I spoke, I think, 2 or 3 sentences in my life. And I said, okay, I'll do it because Shlomo, my personal manager, asked me to. But I told him, listen, it's not for me. I'm quite sure I won't be the host. And a couple of weeks later, they called me and they said, okay, we're going to have 3 hosts and you're one of them. You're going to host the part in French. And I said, are you sure? And after I did it, many people thought that I was speaking French like from childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned it well. And ever since I really dived into this language and I learned it and I love this language.
Do you know who the other ones were that got the question if they could host the contest?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. I think they even turned to the first host that hosted in Eurovision, Yardena Arazi. I think they even thought about this option.
What are your memories from 1999, except that you learned the whole of Europe to say L'chaim?
To life, L'chaim, 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 to life. It gives you something to think about, something to dream about. Drink L'chaim, to life, L'chaim, 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 to life. It gives you something to think about, something to drink about. Drink L'chaim, L'chaim.
Wow, we worked hard. I think it's harder to host the show than to take part in it. You do have a responsibility when you take part and you really want to represent your country as well as you can, but you come for 3 minutes for one song, and when you are practicing, when you're rehearsing, you rehearse for this one song. And when you're a host, you have 3 hours show on your shoulders, and there could be so many things happening, through this show, during this show, that can go wrong. This was stressful to me, much more stressful than to take part in the song contest. But it was great, and the reactions after was really hysterical, and I loved this. I really loved this.
One of the most remembered moments from 99 is when Dana International fell on stage and got red wine on her dress. Can you reveal any other thing that happened behind the scenes that we probably don't know?
Look, one of the things that happened is we had lamps hanging from above, and they were tied to very heavy metal pieces, so they would fall nicely from above. And during the rehearsals, one of these metal pieces, fell and it almost hit Sigal. And if Sigal would be standing like 30 or 40 centimeters to the side, she wouldn't be with us, I think, as she most certainly couldn't host the show. That's for sure, because it was so heavy and it was so dangerous. And during the couple of rehearsals after, we were always looking up to see if nothing is going to fall on our heads.
Sweden won in Jerusalem with the song Take Me to Your Heaven by Charlotte Nilsson, now Perelli. Did you have any favorite of the songs?
She was my favorite. I couldn't stop singing. Of course, I loved Happy Birthday by Eden.
Happy birthday to you, שהשנים יעברו, בכיף בשמחה ובאושר. Happy birthday to you, חלומות תתגשמו, אם נחתום ונרקוד עד הבוקר. Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Until today, it's one of the most hits, the biggest hits in Israel. Still, you can hear it in every birthday. But I liked Charlotte's songs. I kept singing, Take Me to Your Heaven, all day long, morning till night. This was the song that was going through my head.
It was so funny because I've been to Israel 9 times, and the first time I went to Tel Aviv, I didn't know that people in Israel actually still play that song.
It's a great song. It's a great song, and it lingers on. There are some songs that will stay forever, and I think this is really one of them.
Have you tried to compete for Israel in Eurovision more times?
No, I had enough. It's like I have been to the Eurovision. I took part in so many things that connected to the Eurovision. I hosted it. I took part at the contest. I was even sitting in the committee twice, and I chose songs for the contest. And I think that's enough. You have to know when to stop. I took all I can from this contest.
Yesterday, I heard the song Ba Elai Malach, written by Kobi Oshrat and Shimrit Or. And when I heard it, I thought this must be written for Eurovision in mind.
It sounds like that. It wasn't for a contest in Israel. What we have in Hanukkah, we have what we call Festigal. And it's like a small Eurovision, but for children. And many, many artists take part in it. And the songs are competing. I really don't remember which place the song came. I think it was second or third. I'm not sure. But Kobe wrote it for a contest, definitely. Reminds a little of Zerak Sport.
Yes, it absolutely do. What are you doing today in your life, Dafna?
Today, when I'm not waiting for this crisis to end, I'm recording new songs, and I'm taking part in many shows, in many theater shows. I have a show of my own with a band. And I'm writing, enjoying what I do, mostly.
Can you tell me about any of these new songs?
Yeah, one of the songs I released recently is called Omedet Matzad. It's like standing from the side. It's someone who's looking at her daughter or at herself and trying to encourage her to do things, to trust herself, to have self-confidence. And she's always saying, if you're in trouble, if you need me, I'm here, I'm standing here by, and I will always help you. And this is one of my favorite songs ever.
Beautiful. Let's listen to it.
תתעוררי, תקשיבי לרגשות שלך, ואל תתני לייאש אותך. כשתצטרכי, אני עומדת מהצד ומשגיחה. אני עומדת מהצד ומשגיחה.
Please tell us, Dafna, who wrote this song?
This song was written by Emil Löfström, written and composed. Amit is the son of my personal manager, Shlomo Zach.
Okay. עם ישראל חי, ותודה רבה, דפנה דקל.
תודה, אמיל.
ותודה רבה לכל המאזינים מסביב לעולם.
You have a great Hebrew.
תודה רבה. I am so proud and thankful that you are listening to my show, writing to me and sharing my episodes on your social media. You can contact me with suggestions, questions, opinions, or whatever you feel like by emailing me at emil@schlagervandrena.se or through Eurovision Legends on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe so you're always updated with new episodes. What do you say, Dafna? Shall we end this with Serak Sport in English or in Ivrit?
Wow, that's a tough choice.
I know.
Let's do it in English.
But don't forget that sport's the name of this whole game.
Viva Sport, oh viva